Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Kelly Slaughter with Warren First 931, host of the show. We are live at Supreme Building Products. Reece is not with us today. He had to go do a little quick errand, but if he does make it in time, he said he would come back. But real quickly, before I get these lovely ladies on from Orchard Grove, they're no stranger to the community. I want to go over the sales right quick. So going on right now, they have 35. You're good. Fat Max tape measures for $24.75. Again, Father's Day is right around the corner. Not bad gifts to give Daddy-O. 2x4 by 8s are $3.75 each. We also got deck board that's $5.99 each. And then the biggest thing right now selling is that pine straw. They have it in stock for $13.50, and that's going to be going on all week long. Check out Brandy, the gang, David, and all them to get your sale on here at Supreme Building Products. And, we're just going to get right into it. I won't even cut to break on this one. But I wanted these girls to come in to talk about Orchard Grove. It is a new option for, a school program here in our community. We have so many great opportunities, and I always think, why not have another one? And I think this is awesome. But with us, we have Jacqueline. I was trying to say it the right way. Jacqueline. We got Melita and we got Taylor with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming with me. I did harass them. It was a lot of peer pressure on Taylor's part. I was not going to let her. No was not an answer. So even though no is a sentence, I want everybody to know that. But with that said, talk a little bit, first and foremost, what made you guys decide, because, you worked at Morrison Elementary, and I heard great things about all three of you individually at different times, and y'all are amazing. What made you decide to leave? Everybody does it.
You may go first.
Yeah.
So we have nothing against Morrison Elementary.
Yeah.
It's been great to us. But
yes, or our school system in general. We all have had a great experience, and we've grown. And
I have 2 personal children, and I have just watched them. And I just, we just kept praying, and there had to be something more we had to offer our children. If you've ever met my son, he's a 60-year-old man in a 10-year-old body.
Yes, ma'am.
And he was very bored at school. And, it didn't offer him the things he enjoyed. Yeah. He enjoys farming. He enjoys the land. He enjoys the animals. And so that's why I'm stepping out on this tape.
For your kids.
For my children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And for me, there was a little bit of a testimony. Someone actually kind of a stranger in a sense, one time put it on my heart, said to me, are you a teacher? And I said, yeah. And she's like, well, I know somebody that's doing this farm school thing. That's what you should do. And I just kind of laughed it off. I'm like, oh, that's so funny. No, yeah. I want to go to work and get a paycheck. And then just like she said, whenever you experience things through your own children's eyes, it changes things. And we have a little saying, people say you only get one chance. Yeah. You only get one childhood with your child. And so, and also just to follow our own passion. There's a lot of red tape in teaching now. I truly believe that God created me to be a teacher. I have no doubt in that in my mind. That has been my gift. But being put in a box at times is hard to just stay on that script whenever you know that kids might need something different. And so being able to really stay in love with teaching, I'm so excited about. And then just like they said too, being able to be somewhere where your child can grow academically and in faith and stuff. It's hard at times to be a Christian and tell your students when you're going to have a dance party that you can't play a Forrest Frank song.
Yes, exactly.
And they don't understand that. I said it to my daughter. I'm like, I can't pray with those students at school. And she's like, why? I'm like, that's just the way it is. So even though we had good experiences there, sometimes it's on your heart so heavy that you have to follow.
You got to follow. Yeah, 100%.
For me, it was just, I felt like after 20 years in the school system, I was lacking more. Yeah. My son's going to be a senior.
Yeah.
And he's staying in the school system. He said, I need to finish it out. But he said, man, I wish I could have had something like this, Mom. And my daughter's going to be in 6th grade, and she has adapted, in different personalities, a lot of anxiety with the state testing and everything. And so I'm like, I feel like you miss so much time,
Yeah.
and it slips by so
Because
quickly.
of that stress and anxiety. That
Yeah,
comes
and
with
I
school.
just, my kids are important.
Yeah.
And I just want to get as much time with them as possible.
Yeah. And I remember when I was talking with you guys, y'all, before Orchard Grove, y'all were like, well, we're just going to take our kids and do our own thing.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden.
We even laughed and said, well, if we could each just get we could tutor like a couple kids each. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
I mean, it was
We'll
a
get
slow
together every now
process.
and then. Yeah.
Yeah. But then Orchard Grove, did it just fall in your lap? Did you look it up? Because I mean, once you look it up, I mean, you talk about it.
Yeah, it did. It did in a sense. Like I said, the lady that kind of put that on me, before she left me at that moment, I said, hey, what's the name of that place? And she told me, and I kind of just put it, in the back of my mind. This was last July. Yeah. And then as my child got into first grade and, we're at the dinner table trying to learn how to read so many minutes, words in a minute and times, that still comes back to me of why, or is there something else, or could we have it all in a sense? Could we allow our kids to just have the freedom to be a kid and still have rigor and still have expectations, but do it at their pace? Yes, and be able to grow their faith at the same time. So I did reach out to that place, and they opened their arms to us, and we were like, okay, let's. And organically, I didn't say anything to them for months.
Yeah.
But little bits, yes. At different moments, we were in all those different things. The test anxiety, my child's not happy, coming to school. He would love to be able to have some freedom to be with his family on the farm.
And do life activities.
Yes. And so within all that, we pray about it. And, I will say too, that we would come to school some Mondays and be like, okay, my sermon yesterday was about this. And it would be the same thing about how maybe, there were people in the Bible who didn't think they were worthy of doing this big job, but Noah built the ark. You gotta just follow that. And so we toured that place, and that day we sat down and we prayed and we signed a paper and let's do it.
Shut the front door.
No, we're not.
So February 1st.
February 1st.
And we agreed that we were going to do this.
And when I'm telling you,
even if it was in our house with a couple kids,
we just knew, okay, we're going to do it. And that meant not taking a leave of absence. That meant just jump in full with faith. And in 14 days, he provided the way.
I was going to say, because it just seems like since you guys, I guess I could say this, signed the paper, everything leading up to this point has been effortless.
Oh, it has been.
Easygoing,
God has paved the way.
Oh,
absolutely.
I mean, talk about getting the property, the building. I was telling my husband when we were doing this, I was like, are you sure we should do this? Because we prayed about it as well. And then after Walker did the one on the meet and greet, the screening process, I mean, he's like, Mom, and he made a comment, and he goes, they just seem so happy. And he loved that about you guys. Like they smiled. They seemed like they were, he goes, I don't know if it's a new thing, Mama, but they just seem really happy, And I was like, and I think kids, a lot of teachers and parents, I have to say as adults, we don't realize how kids truly watch what we do, say what we do. And when I say watch, they look at us. They look at our facial expressions. They look, and Walker was like, I just want to go sometimes where teachers are just happy. Because if they're happy and again, when you're enthused about a subject, they're enthused about it.
Absolutely.
And that's what's awesome about this too, breaking out of the norm of just teaching like one grade or whatever, to be able to follow passions that we have and be able in one day to truly do all those bits and pieces of education that we love. And us coming together, we make that great team of having each other's yin and yang. And
it's like Chelsea has said on here, 3 of the best. Kirby Williams says, amazing ladies. So happy for them in this new adventure. So, because people are commenting and people are watching. I
want to kind of say too, you talking about Walker, but we have days of doubt. We all talk about that together. We have to be vulnerable to just know that everything every day is not just like, oh yeah, everything's great. We're so excited about this. We're going to rock and roll. There's days that we have doubt going, am I worthy? Can we do this? And that's normal. But I will say one thing that keeps us moving forward, our families like you all. That we meet with you all and we sit down with you all. And it's like, we've been praying for something like this for our child, to know that us taking that leap has been able to be an answered prayer to so many families.
Oh, 100%. And that's what when I told you about it. And I know all the families that done the screenings and that are maybe, if you're sitting here watching this video, because this would be a great transition, and you're like, I don't know, things like that. They are going to have a meet and greet open house coming up, correct?
On June 6th
Okay.
at the Morrison Ruatan at 6 o'clock. And it's open to our current families, but also other families that just want to learn
questions.
more about, how a homeschool tutorial runs, what are our options, because it's not just, every day for everybody. It can be part-time. It can be 4 days. It can be 5 days. So there's lots of different options for families.
That's right. Because when we were here last week, Reece was talking about, it kind of goes like with your kid about farming. Reese's daughter loves horseback riding.
Yes.
And so he was like, they're going to be doing part-time so she can be able to be doing the horseback riding, And again, I do feel like the way y'all are doing this with it being K through 8th, and all the schools are great, but when you get right out of 8th grade, right now, the high school, all the different types of programs and life skills that they are doing in their programs.
Absolutely.
It is going to be an amazing transition to go from what y'all are doing, I feel like, to what they're doing.
Well, and we've talked about reaching out to those vocational type classes there and collaborating with them, going, okay, what do you see whenever these students are coming to you? What deficit area do they have in the agricultural aspect?
Yes.
That we can go ahead and try to cover those misconceptions that maybe we don't realize that kids need to already know prior to getting into
100%.
those trades.
I love that. Absolutely do. So let's talk about the curriculum, because that's another big thing. A lot of people are like, who wants to talk about that one?
I can.
Yeah.
So the curriculum that we're using is The Good and the Beautiful.
Okay.
And so it's different from what we use in the district. So in the district, it's more of a mastery base. So each week you're going from one topic to another. So with The Good and the Beautiful, it's spirals.
Okay.
So like in
what does
math,
that mean?
So in math, you're constantly reviewing these concepts.
Oh, you're bringing it back.
Bringing it back all the time.
Constantly.
Because then that will give a child that may not pick it up in that first week.
Yes.
They can pick it up in the next week.
Yes.
Because I guess in public schools, like once you're done, like you were talking about the red tape in the box, once you get done with that topic, you have to move on to the next.
And I will say that the way that it still is buildable, what we've been doing is like you might apply this skill that you did last week into the next week. But say, for example, like geometry, there's a good chance in that you might not get into that till this third or fourth quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you're expected to master that, but you've went 2 or 3 quarters and you haven't even been exposed to it yet.
Yeah.
So really being able to
Bring a little in at a time so they are prepared. I love that.
Constantly review.
I love that. And now, are y'all still accepting applications? Is that the word to
enrollment
use?
forms.
Till June 30th.
Till June 30th. So if you're out there and you have questions, make sure you come to the meet and greet at Morrison in
At
June.
Morrison
Ruatan, sorry. And then we'll put all that in our newsletter and everything as well. And then y'all can follow them on Facebook.
Orchard Grove LLC.
Okay. And then as far as I'm trying to keep up with what you guys got going on with the building, how is the building coming along? The last photo I saw, it looks like a building on the outside.
Yes, it is. So the outside shell is done. We're currently waiting on the inside.
Okay.
So that's supposed to be started in next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weather permitting, I'm assuming, right?
Well, it's dry in.
Oh,
yeah. So we're inside.
Oh, you're inside now. And where is the building located at?
Shady Grove Road.
I love that.
Towards the Jacksboro end.
Okay. And then do you know how many students have applied so far? Are we allowed to say?
We can tell you like an estimate on, I will say, because it's day to day, because we have some students who are 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 2 days a week. We do have close to 40 per day.
Okay.
Somewhere between 35 and 40. But also we're not done with the whole entire enrollment process. We still have an open house to do and things like that. So,
and our goal is to have small numbers.
Yeah.
That face-to-face contact, because that's what's best for children.
Yeah.
And so a teacher will never have more than 15 students.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah, that's a promise we make to our families, no matter the growth, that we will stay 15-1 in a grade level, so that we can keep that small culture and that family oriented.
I love that. That's why I'm trying to. And again, I always say this, I'm not against public schools. I think it's a
No,
great
I-
atmosphere.
not at
for-
all.
But the numbers is what has always bothered me, is because it's just ever so growing. And, in Walker, I just feel like my son is extra. And I think he sometimes needs that one-on-one, because you might see him as confident and all outgoing and not know that he didn't pick up what you just
Right.
put out.
Right.
And so, and I think having the smaller classes
It
helps
allows
that.
us to have better student knowledge.
Yeah.
And relationships.
Exactly.
That's very
Yep.
important.
You got to have their heart before you have their mind.
Exactly.
That's right.
And with that, one last question, and then I'll ask one more after this. But how are the classes going to be? Like, is it just you three right now? Are y'all looking to hire on? I know I did see, if you're interested,
Yes.
how's that going to work?
Right now, it's us three, but we have future employment opportunities. Really, it's based on June 30th, where our numbers are.
Okay.
We want to
So
close
we-
enrollment first.
We do
Smart.
want to
Mhm.
hire. We do want to hire future positions.
So if anybody that's watching you guys today wants to have any questions about, inquiring about jobs, how can they do that?
Through our website at orchardgrovellc.com. So there's a drop down where the enrollment is, where you can fill out a form for future employment
Okay.
opportunities.
And we got former classroom. Let's see. Lisa says former classroom educator turned homeschool mom here. I'm absolutely love that this is going to be an option for the children of our community. Praise the Lord for his plan and provision. Praying for all the best for y'all's growth.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Our community support has been absolutely
Yes.
fantastic.
It has been.
I did kind of want to touch on something we haven't talked about, but it is confusing because it's a new concept in our community.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, and we're thankful that everybody's, talking about it and getting the word out.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people will say, well, how's your school going?
Mhm.
And so we're trying to cover that misconception that we are not a school.
Yeah.
We are a homeschool tutorial. We offer tutoring services. We actually are a partnership to homeschool families.
Mhm.
So you are homeschooling your child, you're enrolling them in an umbrella school, and we are your tutoring service. Now, if you come 5 days a week, then yes, we're covering all your academics. But we're trying to get that word out there because it is an alternative to traditional school.
Yes.
But that's
Yes.
just a misconception that we have to kind of go over a lot.
It's
It's all right. And we don't mind having that conversation, but it is just something that we try to cover every now and then going, well, we're not a school, we're a tutorial.
Yes.
We're excited.
And then our coffee says the one-on-one care attention is so important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Tina and Jessica. And just to verify, it's K through 8, right?
It's
Pre-K through
Pre-K through 8. There you go,
Pre-K
Jessica.
through 8.
Because Jessica says, does it start with kindergarten? But I thought it was pre-K
It's
through 8.
pre-K through
And what's the age for pre-K?
4 by August 1st.
August 1st. Okay. Well,
And
my
our-
daughter will be held back one year.
And
Because her
our
birthday's in
goal-
June.
We would love to see, our goal in the future is to hopefully incorporate high school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We would like to grow with
we
our
would like to
students.
grow with our
Yeah.
students and let them continue on in their education with us.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Now, is there anything I haven't asked yet?
So we are going to have 4-H.
Oh,
The
yeah.
4-H has
Oh, nice.
reached out, or I have reached out to 4-H, and they have agreed to come and do the program with our students there.
Okay. Oh, I do know one question I didn't ask y'all. Talk about the life skills.
Yes.
Because we could talk about education
Yeah.
all day, like with the books and stuff. But when you talk about life skills, what are y'all planning on doing with those? Or what will it be?
So we do have a goal, or we will have a garden, flowers, and animals.
Okay.
And chickens are one of our animals. And so we want the kids to learn what goes into that. What goes into that garden and those flowers. And then we want them to turn around and learn how to sell, talk to adults,
Yes.
count back money.
Yes.
So all of those life skills.
Prepare food.
Prepare food. What goes
cooking,
into that?
Sewing.
Yeah.
Harvesting, all of those things.
And also we want to be a community outreach and really have a good relationship with our community. So we
Yeah.
want to have guest speakers and different, people from different trades and stuff
Yeah.
for kids to really get
And
more
nonprofits
experience.
come and and
Exactly.
talk about
yes. And even just service. We
Yeah.
talk about them growing in education and faith at the same time. We want them to learn how to serve others and love others and things like that. Yeah, and be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And I just now, I know I was going to let y'all go, but not yet. But real quickly, I do want to explain something that I'm frustrated as a parent on some stuff when it comes to school supplies. like when we sat down and they said, well, this is how much school supplies are going to be, and you don't have to pay or you pay for it, but they'll get it for you.
Yes.
And we're like, what? So, and then my husband even asked Taylor, he was like, so in the middle of the year, you're not going to be like, I need a trifold poster board like tomorrow.
No.
She
Not
goes,
even like a box to put some Valentine cards in. Anything like that, you're not going to have to worry about that.
Yeah.
We're going to cover all of that.
Yes.
Any project or
yeah,
thing that we do will be covered with your supply fee.
Mhm.
I would even love for us to be able to, like, talking about loving each other, to make cupcakes for their birthday.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah.
other
Yes.
classmates and stuff, be able to provide that love to
Yeah.
them, and you not
Yeah,
already
that's
know
great.
my kid is going to be celebrated, my kid is going to be loved
Yeah.
on.
And then and again, when you get cupcakes made by your friends in your
It
classroom,
means more.
I mean, good Lord.
Yeah,
I love it when somebody makes me something homemade and like hands it off. And then lastly, another thing that I did forget to mention is one thing I thought that was super cool is the fact of having a rain suit set
Oh
and
yeah.
a snowsuit.
Yes.
Because when Taylor told my son, like, no, you'll be playing out, because I was like, are you saying there's going to be?
As long as it's safe, and it's
yeah.
up to your parents. Once again, your parents are your homeschool teachers. So if they say it's cool to come on a snow day, come on.
Come on.
I
We'll be
just
there.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
God created that in our
That's
nature.
right. That's part of
And that
creation.
snow is important to our
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
And
so,
to our bodies. It's important for us to get our bodies cold at times and,
Yeah.
and go through things like
Yeah.
that.
I love it. So, guys, if you have any questions and you would like to ask them between now and the meet and greet at the Morrison Ruritan in June, do they just need to go to the website and social media stuff, or can they call?
Either one.
It's all available on the website.
Okay.
All of our contact.
I love it. I love it. Okay. With that said, guys, we're going to take a quick short break as I'm like, I forgot to put all that stuff in because I was like, we got to go. We got to go. But again, we're going to have Melody come on the show. And I just saw that Reece is here. But remember, Warren County, keep it versed.
My dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
It's kind of, but it's right there. It's really neat. Okay, June.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Kelly Walker Slaughter, host of the show, alongside my good friend Melody Krim is with us today because Brian Carr is a workaholic this week, working hard at the hospital. We miss you, Brian. I hope you're sleeping easy, though. But currently in downtown McMinnville, it is 67 degrees. It's going to be rainy conditions are expected around 5 p.m. today. Wind gusts are going to be up to 27 miles per hour. Don't forget that we do still have a 60% chance of rain on and off all day.
I am done. I am just so. We were just talking about the fact my house is infested with ants, and I called my peeps over AK Termite Pest Control because they are the best. I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
There's no contract to sign. I can just call and go, help.
Help me.
Help. And they'll come. I mean, but we're just infested.
I think
all parts of my house are leaking. I'm just annoyed.
And you don't want any more rain for any more leakage.
I'm just so done. Plus, we're supposed to be on vacation next week.
As you should be.
So, but that's a good segue because, yeah, we are going on our anniversary trip. But, and we were just talking, people are either a mountain person or they're a beach person. And I'm a mountain person. And like what they were talking about, it's grounding.
Yeah.
There's an actual thing called grounding where if you put your bare feet on the soil, it can heal you in ways that I can't even explain. It's weird. But for me, it's the mountains. I like to be up in the mountains and especially Redneck Disney World. I love Gatlinburg area. Absolutely.
Dolly Parton, thank you.
There. And I know that like when I was younger, the beach to go to when you were in the South was Myrtle Beach, but it's gone full redneck. White trash. It's bad over there.
It's not, I think that's super clean like it used to be.
No, I think a lot of people go to Panama City Beach now.
Yeah, that's where we go.
Which I don't do Florida Beach. Nope.
That or St. George Island.
It's too hot.
We go one of the two places because St. George Island's clean, but it's just not as busy.
Yeah.
It's more quiet.
But I found out this morning, I wasn't planning on going anywhere near Gatlinburg. Well, Edge. But anyway, I found out this morning that Parsons Branch Road has been reopened for the first time in 6 years,
which is awesome.
It's normally closed from November to March because of weather, reasons, but is a one-lane dirt road that connects Gatlinburg over to the Dragon's Tail.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can find the article, because I got really excited and closed it before I got the whole thing, but I added it. I'm all about a good back road, scenic road, windows down. When you're in the mountains, even in June, you can have your windows down. It's great. But I'm pretty excited because I've never gotten to do that road because it's been closed.
It's been closed for 6 years.
And I didn't even know about it. Honestly, I really wish I could do the synchronized fireflies, but it's so hard to get into that lottery.
Yeah.
It's so
I've heard
hard.
about it, but I've not tried to attempt it at all.
Yeah. But so yeah, that's where I'll be. But okay, so I got a little fun information last night, guys.
She's got some tea to spill.
I'm very excited.
Because Melody called me yesterday. I don't know if it's about what I'm about to say, or what I'm about to allude to. But she called me. She's like, Kelly, guess what?
And
then she told me, and I was like, well, you got to come on the show and talk about it. It's your tea to spill.
I know. And I've only got a few minutes because I got to get my kid. I got to get my kid to work.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, no, it's okay. Reggae on the River is back. July 17th and 18th. We know that's a far way out, but we're going to keep talking about it. This is at Smooth Rapids. It's incredible. There was one like Afro Man or some big reggae star. See, I'm not the biggest. I like reggae. I mean, it's better than some of the other music genres, but my reggae experience is the Mac Daddy of them all. It's Bob Marley. Love some Bob Marley. Incredible.
You keep talking. I'm gonna look them up right quick for you.
I think it is Afro Man. But anyway,
It is
no,
Afro
I
Man.
absolutely love Bob Marley. Of course, we can't bring him to reggae because that would be weird.
No.
Of course, he's got like 20 kids. So, I mean, if one of them wants to show up. But so that's happening. But also, reggae fans, my wonderful daughter let me know that her soon-to-be husband's brother is playing in a band.
Oh, man.
It's called Pinochle, and they are going to be playing this weekend. Hang on. It's the 3rd annual Reggae on the Dock at Sligo. So Sligo
nice.
Resort and Marina this weekend, 3rd annual Reggae on the Dock. And Sligo's out there in Smithville. So it's Warren County adjacent.
Yeah.
I think we can still talk about it.
I think so too.
So that's happening. So we got 2 really awesome
Some
reggae events this summer.
opportunities.
What a great way to bring in the summer. Start playing the reggae.
Right? Because I always feel like once Back to the Strip hits, summer's here, guys. So
Yeah.
let's party like it's, it's summertime.
Yes.
I was thinking the Will Smith song, though. Summertime.
Yeah.
That song.
Kid Rock did one too.
I know it all summer long.
I think that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll run into him while we're doing all these events. I mean, he owns
Kid Rock, if you're watching, or if somebody knows Kid Rock and he would like to promote his stuff at his restaurant and his music,
right?
I would go down there and do a live pop-in feed. Just saying.
I mean, seriously, we know you're right next door. Come on out, friend.
He's very laid back. I've
He's
only
very
met
laid
like
back.
I don't want to say I met him. I was in the same vicinity as he passed by.
There you go.
So do you count that as a meet?
It's a meet adjacent.
Yeah. Because everybody was coming out of his buses because he has a bar in Nashville, and we were right there, and I was like, no, we're waiting. They're like, why are we waiting? I'm like, you're going to see.
So this Reggae on the Dock is tomorrow night.
Okay.
Wait, are we on Friday? Is this
Today
Friday?
is Friday the
Okay,
30th.
thank goodness. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m., featuring live music by Vibrite Pinochle, AJ Morrow and friends, and hosted by DJ Uncle Skunk.
Sure.
Look, I'm finding all kinds of new fun people.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Musicians are the best people to hang out with.
They are. So
no
laid back.
outside food or liquor permitted. But I'm going to share this to our page.
Yeah.
If you're a reggae fan and a fan of a good time,
He
head
just
on
said
out.
Super great band. Yes.
Oh.
He usually is at Fish Lips. I literally ran right into him. LOL.
Well, that's because that's his restaurant.
Well, Jamie, you tell him about our podcast.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
You ran into him? That seems kind of rude.
Well,
Was it really an accident, Jamie? Come on.
Or
Really?
was it a dream that you had?
Did you accidentally run into
a dream come true, I should say.
But yeah, so I am super excited for her. My daughter will be out there. I probably will not be out there.
Yeah.
But she'll be out there with her. Well, they're already calling themselves husband and wife. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
when you're with somebody, as long
it's
as you
happening.
have, yeah.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah.
We're very lucky that they found each other. But
Aw.
yeah.
And then they're back closer to home.
I
and
know they're right down the road, and so it's
Good
good.
times.
And they're getting to come over more, and
Yeah.
and yeah, so it's good to have her. It's good to
You
have
got
my
a full-
babies.
You got a full house.
I
again.
know, because Matt's got his girlfriend Taylor, who y'all know I brag about her all the time, and now I've got Sage and Marcus back, and so yeah, and that happened last weekend. Yeah, because we all went to the movies. We all went to go to the movies, and then afterwards, everybody ended up in our house until after midnight. This is why I didn't make it to church. Father Charlie, I'm sorry. But the time just flew by. And actually, no, we did not have Taylor that night. But anyway, just to have them laughing, the laughter in the house. I cannot even explain to y'all
how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just to have your grown children. I did not enjoy confession time. Because all of a sudden, they're telling me all the crazy stuff they did when they were younger that I now cannot punish them for.
No, it's too late. It's already been done.
I wish they had not been that open. I'm like, Mom doesn't want to know this.
Yeah, my mom says the same thing about me. She's like, why are you so honest and open? I'm like, well, that's
You can't really ground me anymore. And she flat out said that to me. She goes, I'm going to tell you this because you can't ground me anymore. I'm like, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
No. I know. But with that said, I know you got to go
Yes,
get your
I gotta
boy.
go get my munchkin, get him over to Kimmy's tea room.
Go get some work done today.
No, I'm gonna go hang out with Ann at Genealogy.
Oh, that's right. Tell her to say hey.
The gatekeeper of the genealogy records, because Marcus does not know a lot about his side of the family. So Ann and I are going to see if we can find some pictures. His dad unfortunately passed when he was 7, so he doesn't have any pictures of Dad. And with the wedding coming up, I know that he would
really like something.
Yes, something. Yeah. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to step in as his mama and see what we can find.
Well, you're stepping into your mom in love, or mother in
love. Yes,
mother in love role, as we call it. But with that said, guys, we're going to let Melody go, and when you come back, we're going to talk more things going on in the community that is at my fingertips.
Reece
ran off somewhere, but he's probably playing catch up at this point, which is absolutely fine. But guys, don't forget, keep it burst.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville and Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sun drop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
All right, we are back, Warren First 39ers. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Currently in downtown McMinnville, we are at, stop it. I don't know about you guys, but I always hate getting updates on my phone because now my phone is like going to be stuck. Whatever. And now I can get out of it. Right now we are still at, actually we went down a degree. 66 degrees in downtown McMinnville. It is still saying it's very windy out there. Wind gusts could be up to 27 miles per hour today. Rainy conditions are expected. Hopefully they will hold off till about 5 o'clock, it looks like. But at 5 p.m., between the 4 and 5 o'clock slot, there is a 55% chance of rain. And I want to say thanks to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors. And I want to thank everybody for continue watching the show here with us. If you are not following us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, we have 2 accounts on that. You can see that right here on my screen. You can follow us on there. That's where we go live each and every day. Or after the show, you can check our audio feed, which is on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and Audible. We have been going crazy busy trying to keep up with as many local government meetings as possible. Last night was the Economic and Agricultural Committee meeting. As you saw, Chair Carl Bolden was there, and the whole committee, and also the Wendy with IDA was there, and there's a lot of questions about that. We will talk about them a little bit better next week when you look at our newspaper, which, by the way, our newspaper is out everywhere. You can get one at this point. If there's a location that you would like it to be at, tell that person. Be like, hey, we would really love a local voice newspaper to be out there. They are asking for $2 for each copy. Because they are a lot more expensive than my newsletters when I was putting them out. But if you would like a free digital copy of the newspaper, it's real simple. It's real easy. Just text the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869 and with your email, and I will send it to you as quickly as possible. But I'm trying to keep the digital part as free as I can. Or if you also like, we had a couple people this week get in touch with me that may want to advertise on our paper. And speaking of one of them, for example, right here, we have, is it going to pop up? Remove. There it is. So one of them being Prater's Barbecue out in the Morrison area. They have a big event going on June the 14th. It's the Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off. And that is going to be held on the June 14th. It all starts at 10 a.m. where cooks, they meet and the steak selections. At 12 o'clock, the judges meeting from 1 to 1:15 is the CK Wing turn-in. 2 o'clock is the steak A turn-in. 3 o'clock is steak B turn-in. And at 5 o'clock is the rib turn-in. And then at 6 p.m., because this is an all-day event, it's going to be the awards. Now, you can contact Gary Prater or Brad Hillis at those numbers that you can see on the screen. The team spaces are 10 by 15. You can see that there is an amazing payout for the steak cook-off and the wing and rib payout as well. You can sign up at steakcookoffs.com. And, of course, we're going to be located, the Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off is going to be at 9576 Manchester Highway in Morrison, which, of course, if you want to know what that is, it's Gary Prater's, Prater's Barbecue location. Can't miss it. So make sure you make plans for that. It's going to be a great day to eat some good food and have just a good, summer time out there. Also, while I got everybody's attention, I want to give a cool shout out to one of our amazing sponsors, Walker's Minor Roadside. Give them a call at 423-615-1937. If you have, a blown out tire, or you ran out of gas, you locked yourself out of your car, any type of really emergency roadside assistance, these guys can help you really quick, really fast. Make sure, though, you use code Kelly, Kelly, to get that $5 off your service. It all starts here in the Warren County area, starts at $50 and goes from there. They also do have a military and veteran discount on top of that. But, again, call Tim and the gang with Walker's Minor Roadside, and they will get you back on the road as quickly as possible, I promise. Good morning, Derek Coates. It's been a while since I watched. Hope you're all keeping well from a showery Manchester. Yes, I will say it has been on and off rain all week long. I know with him working, I know it has put a stall on a lot of projects that people are doing around their home and things like that. But again, it does look like, from what I'm seeing, Saturday is supposed to be sunny skies. Sunday, there is a 35% chance of thunderstorms and showers. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, it's all sunshiny in the 80-degree weather. It's like we've been doing swim team all week, and I keep saying this to myself. I'm like, okay, are we in June? Is this summer? Because the weather is crazy. And I also want to say thank you to Supreme Building Products, because without them, we couldn't be here today. And I know Reece is here somewhere, but I know he's probably playing catch up. But don't forget, right behind me, they got a sale going on. 35-foot Fat Max tape measure, $24.75 a piece. A 2x4x8 is $3.75 each. You got your deck boards at $5.99 each. And of course, they have, that's really selling a lot right now, which I didn't know they had this. Pine straw is in stock for $13.50. Now, you can always follow them on social media, whether you go to just type in hashtag Supreme Building Products, hashtag shop local, and hashtag FYI Friday. Because this is Reese's FYI Fridays. Going to, if I can do it now, because like I said, my phone has been acting up horribly. And I had stuff saved on my phone, and it's just not letting me click on certain parts of my screen. But luckily, it's my birthday. So maybe I can get a new phone so it works just as good. Let's see here. And of course, don't forget, if you're just now tuning in with us, Melody did share the reggae on the dock and things if you want to get details on that. Also, coming up on June the 7th on a Saturday is the Saddle Up for the biggest sales event of the year. It's on Saturday, June the 7th from 10 to 3. Mark your calendar. And who's this for? That's what I need to know. It's the huge sale at the Tack and Treasures. It's located at 1634 New Smithville Highway in McMinnville. Make sure you check that out. Also, not only do we have, well, I've already talked about this, but I always like talking about it again, the Economic and Agricultural Committee is up and running on all our social medias right now. So make sure you check that out. And then I did want to talk about this because I lost the sheet, and I'm so glad Melody found it. So on our social media, there's an event. It's called Tennessee Kids Serve Summer Challenge. There's 8 challenges to choose from, and you just got to do 2 of them this summer, which is a total of 4 hours, 2 hours a piece on each. But join the First Lady, Marie Lee, to kick off the 2025 summer. It's called Tennessee Kids Serve Summer Challenge, and it's a Middle Tennessee kickoff event that they're actually going to be having here at the McMinnville Warren County Senior Center. It's going to be on Monday, June the 9th, from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you didn't know where the McMinnville Warren County Senior Center is located, it's in the 3-Star Mall. But this is good for rising K through 6th graders. They're invited to serve seniors at the McMinnville Warren County Senior Center. Service projects and activities with seniors will include serving lunch and shoe distributing. Lunch and refreshments will be provided for the attendees. All attending children must be accompanied by a parent and or a guardian. And you can scan the QR code, which, by the way, it is on our, let me see if I can just boom. So here's the QR code. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you scan this QR code that's on the flyer, which is also in our social medias, that is going to help you register your child. I did mine yesterday. So Walker signed up. I think this is a good thing. It kind of goes back to, being in a community like here in Warren County. I want to show my son how to serve and who he can serve, and, doing projects like this. And I think it's a great opportunity. And from what I understand, once your child finishes these 2 service projects, they are going to be invited. I believe it's going to be in August. I got to get Lana in on here to talk about it. It's in August, where these kids, once they did their community service projects during the summer, they're going to be invited to the governor's house or a luncheon somehow. And they're going to go and eat with the governor and the First Lady. And I think that's a really great opportunity for our kids here in this community. So if you do not know anything about the Tennessee Kids Serve Project, it's a summer challenge. Super simple, super easy. Sign up your kid, because I just think it's just a great opportunity of different ways to show your child what they can do. Also going on tomorrow on May 31st, McMinnville Parks and Rec, they always do a great job kicking off the summer with their Saturday night movies. And with that said, and they always, they're always joined by the McMinnville's First United Methodist Church. As I'm like, come on. There you go. Serving free concessions also. Grab your lawn chair and your whole family and get ready to see the Inside Out movie. That is going to be the first movie, and it's going to be on Cat Walker Field. So go to the McMinnville Parks and Rec, or the Milner Recreation Center over there in the softball and baseball fields, and go to the Cat Walker Field. So again, thanks to First United Methodist Church for providing the concession stands. Also, too, if you're on our social medias, I'm telling you this, guys, we are starting to gear up for our 4th of July newspaper edition. If you are going to be closed, if you are a church that's going to have a church activity, if you're going to have fireworks, even if it's not on the 4th of July, because some people do it a week before the 4th of July, like in Viola, they do fireworks on the 28th. If you guys want to get any of the information of any type of project or outing or event, activity, whatever the case may be, please let us know ASAP, because I'm getting that ready, geared up for our 4th of July newspaper. I want to get it out a week early, or just start putting it out. Another amazing sponsor of ours is the Cafe at Tree City Inn. Kevin and the gang have done a phenomenal job supporting me in anything I've ever needed in this community as well. But one thing that I was so grateful to see, because I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but most of my friends are, and they love frappes. And so we've been talking about it all week. I don't know. I hope you guys are enjoying them. That as of last Friday, the Cafe at Tree City Inn is now offering a frappe every day of the week. So if you haven't tried one, go try it and let me know how good it is. Yes, because, again, I am, throw it out. And then on June 14th, I've been talking with some of my swim moms that's involved in Mamma Mia. It's going to be on June the 14th at 2 p.m. There's 2 more times available. But Mamma Mia is presented by Warren Arts, another awesome thing that we can do during the summertime. And then one thing, somebody did let me know. Morning, Retha. I saw this last night, and I did share it on our social media page as well, because everybody was like, but Brian is not here, and he can explain it just a little bit better, as my phone is acting up. So Elon Musk has officially stepped down from his role in the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency, which of course is Doge. And now it's going to be sticky on me. Now, the reason he's stepping down, it's concluding his tenure as a special government employee after 130 days. That is the maximum allowed under the federal law. A lot of people with these headlines that are going on when it comes to governmental stuff, I always say I hate how certain media companies, you really do play a role of how your wording is. And you have to be careful how you read it. But, and even saying step down, well, he had to step down because he has done his full term, okay? His, as they call it, the tenure of being a special government employee. So after 130 days, which again is the maximum allowed under federal law, okay? He announced his departure on X, formerly known as Twitter, expressing gratitude to President Trump and affirming that Doge's mission is to reduce government waste will continue. Musk's resignation follows his public criticism of President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, a legislative package that extends tax cuts and increases spending on defense and border security. Musk argued that the bill undermines Doge's objective by significantly increasing the national deficit, projected to rise by $3.8 trillion over the next decade. Despite the stepping down, Musk remains an ally of the administration and may continue to offer informal support. He plans to refocus on his primary ventures like Tesla, SpaceX, and and amid investors' concerns over his political involvement. And again, whatever the case may be, I love how they said, despite disagreeing with that one big beautiful bill, me and Vanessa have said it all the time. It's okay to agree to disagree in things. So, and I think that's what is the point of that. Also going on in Warren County, because I was trying to pull up my other governmental stuff and it's just not pulling up. So I'm moving on. Smooth Rapids, every Wednesday and Thursday, if y'all are not aware of this, they have 2 chances where you can show off your brainiac skills of the week and even win some bragging rights and prizes. So Wednesday and Thursday night is trivia nights, and it's 7 o'clock at night, and it's free to play. Begonias, if you didn't know about this, downtown in our amazing downtown of McMinnville, kids get to eat free on Wednesdays. So, for all you parents out there that are like going left to right, up and down, and you want to just, not worry about having messy dishes at home, take your kids to Begonias on Wednesday. They eat free. With that said, we're going to take one more quick break from a word from our sponsors. And then when we get back, we're going to talk more things local and everything happening at this point. There's so many things happening. It's summertime. It's busy. I love it. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
It's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look Raiders Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Welcome back, Warren First 39ers. I think, are you kind of just watch or walk by? Or sit down? He made it!
What's going on?
Well, not a whole lot. You have more fun stuff going on than I do. But no, I was trying to explain some of this stuff behind me. Now that you're here, do you want to explain what's on your sign?
Did you mention the pine straw?
I did. Twice now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pine straw, it finally arrived. So we've got that here for you guys. Long needle, long leaf pine straw for your landscaping needs.
Is that what they do after like the trucks
Yeah,
and then mess up the road?
No,
the land?
after your husband puts all the bushes around the house.
Oh,
the pine
see.
straw.
Didn't know that. Okay.
Deck boards, 8-foot deck boards. So they're on sale. $5.99, 2x4/8 white lumber, $3.75, and we've got a Fat Max 35-foot tape measure for $24.
Which would be a great gift for Dad for Father's Day.
Coming up.
I mean, if you're trying to get gifts, I mean, I always go to like man stuff.
Yeah.
But women can come here and shop too.
That's right.
So you know, because we're the DUI warriors. So what's been going on with you?
Just hanging out. How about you?
Same.
How was baseball? Y'all didn't game this week?
We had a game last night. We played against. Oh my gosh! Now that I've slept since then. We played an amazing team last night. It was Davy's son's team, Bear and them. Davy Britton. But Bear and them were playing last night, and
were they good?
They were really good. I will say that we did fall ball, and now we're doing spring ball. This is our first time in a very long time going back to the city leagues because we've just been at Morrison. We've done that. Because Walker's like, I just want to play for fun. Well, he got a taste of baseball camp with the high school students,
right.
And he was like, Mom, I really want to try city league. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. So they said the best thing if you're watching this and you don't want it to be at super competitive, I would say it's still competitive, but fall ball is a great way to introduce your child to, baseball. Yeah. I feel like. But then last night we were playing, and this team was one of the best teams we played. But the guys really felt they fought it out. It was 12 or not 12. I think it was 15 to 8. It was either 12 to 8 or 15 to 8 at the end. It wasn't terrible,
Terrible.
And Walker last night, because I did find out when we played our last game, because I'm learning new rules as we go by, because I'm not the coach. Each player is only allowed to play 8 innings a week. I think that's what they said, 8 innings. Because it used to be by pitches, and now...
Are you talking a player or a pitcher?
The pitcher.
Yeah,
pitcher.
The pitcher.
Sorry,
yeah.
The pitcher. Sorry. The pitcher's only allowed to play 8 innings.
Yes, I don't agree with that. I think it should be on a pitch count.
Well, see, they were doing that, and then, one kid would already get all his pitches out.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It
should be a pitch count. It doesn't. If you throw 8 innings, let's just say for simple math purposes, if you throw... let's just say there's 3 outs in it.
Yeah.
And let's just say you throw three pitches, you throw 1 pitch, 1 out every inning. So you got 3 times 8. That's only, and you pitch 8. That's only 24 pitches. Okay. Well, you know as well as I do, a pitcher in that league, they could throw 40 or 50 pitches in 1 inning if they can't throw a strike. So that is not. Look, it should be on a pitch count because that's what our arm care is about. It's about pitch count. It's
arm
not.
care.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what I would think for arm care. Because I mean, you could, like I said, you could go throw. If you threw 50 pitches an inning, and you still got 8 innings. I mean, what is that? Well, eight innings times 50. What is that? 400 pitches.
Well, the other thing is that's a rule that I mean, again, I'm not the rule maker.
Well,
that I don't like.
I learned some rules.
Oh, you learned some rules the other night. One rule that I don't like is, and I don't know what else to call it, is called the don't run up rule. Is once the team gets 7 runs, no matter where they're at, they stop.
I like it.
You do?
I do because I do agree with that because take Little Shep's team for instance. We're not going to get an out. We're not going to throw a strike.
Yeah.
So get your 7 runs that inning, and let's bounce back around.
I get that
for that.
Yeah. For that purpose,
I like it because I think that's what it's made for. It's the team that is struggling,
right?
That you can.
And again, all these rules, there's pros and cons on both. And I'm not trying to be like, nah. But every time we get to this. I got a shout out to Keegan. He done it to you guys, I think, too. He is a great hitter, and he hits home runs every time. And every time he gets that hit, they like as soon as the 7th run, he can't even make it to, that home because it's their 7 runs in. But then he went last night because we're finally starting to understand the rules. He did this thing, and I was like, okay, so his spirit's not broken. He did it, and he went he kissed his hand and he and I was like, okay. But again, there's rules in place for a reason, and that's why they have a group. Terry Beard and them probably think, okay, how can we make this, a better learning experience? But Walker, the reason I started talking about this is Walker last night got asked to pitch, and he started off the. Oh, yeah. He did. He didn't do. I will say this: he didn't do bad. He did really surprise me because he does have a real fast arm, and he can throw really good to the catcher. Reece saw that the other day. Yeah. But I was like, I never thought of him as a pitcher. But they had him, and he did all right. I think with a little bit of training specifically in that, like we've been doing with the high catching position, I think he'll be all right. And that's what, it's all about is learning and having those options. Because I do feel like in the 9 and 10-year-old league, there may be at least 1 or 2 good pitchers, and they need more than that. And they need kids encouraged to do that because I know during practices with Walker's team, nobody raised their hand except 2 kids.
It's frustrating.
And then the high pitcher, he was the only one that, and to encourage kids to just try, right?
It's frustrating. We left, when my son was playing, we left after coach pitch, and we just went straight to travel because it was just, there's certain things that I didn't agree with how the league was being ran by the city. So, because when I grew up, that's where I grew up at. Yeah. You go to the ball field, even if you're not playing, you're going over there playing cut ball, which I bet most kids don't even know what cut ball is these days. But you're playing cut ball, you're just hanging out, catching a foul ball, getting a free drink, whatever. But yeah. So, and I'm hope Justin Scott does a real good job with the city, with the Civic Center there. But the baseball league still needs some work. But at the end of the day,
it gives kids something to do.
Give some kids something to do, but the parents have to be vested in it, just like the player.
Oh, 100%.
Because if the parents are not vested in it, the kids aren't going to be, because you're not going to, especially a 9-year-old kid with attention span and different things. You can't.
The 9 and 10-year-olds is the hormonal.
You can't go to practice once a week and say, "Oh man, my kid's getting a lot better. How come my kid's not getting any better?" So, but. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. This year's the first time I've been over there in a long time, and I've enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna be coaching fall ball this fall. I'm gonna coach Jeff's team, so I'm gonna enjoy that.
I think you will. Oh, yeah. I think you will. But again, guys, make sure you come out to Supreme Building Products. They got so many things going on. Talk to Brandy about the paints. They got stains. I know that we stained our columns this week.
Yeah, how'd they turn out?
I haven't been over there to see yet.
Are they put up yet?
No. I will say house building it can be stressful, but it also, I want to say this too, because a lot of people like Reece and some other of my friends, they're like, so are y'all divorced yet over this? And I'm like, actually, no. I think people are kind of baffled about it, but it's a really fun experience. You're creating a home, your forever home, the way you want it. And I think if you enjoy the process and trust the process,
right,
which that's the one thing that I've been trying to deal with right now, because we got is it called the siding is up right now?
What's going on right now?
Yeah, the siding's going up right now, and I can't wait to see it. Again, I'm learning it as I go. I asked Chris the other day, I'm like, why aren't they black? He goes, because I assumed that when you put siding up, it's already black. It's not. They got
That's what happens when you assume.
Yeah, you never assume anything.
Assumptions are like belly buttons.
Oh my! Yeah, I love that. I never thought of it that way. Now that's a T-shirt.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, cool T-shirt.
But speaking on what you just mentioned there, Kelly, and that's why somewhere like us, local, family owned, versus a big box, that's where we can give you knowledge, advice. You come in there as a wife who is. I'm freaking out on what to do. We can get you coming. I've seen them. I've seen the wives come in. I've seen the ladies come in just in a nervous wreck about certain things, and it's just they ask us questions that if they go to a big box, they're not going to get the answers to those. I've had people. I've had people text me after hours, which is fine. I'm happy to. Hey, I need to add this to the list. So that's the service is what we always try to stress to folks.
Service.
This is what we can offer you. We want to be very competitive in our pricing, but the service, and because to us, your service is worth something. You go to a lawyer, a doctor, you're gonna pay for your time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you don't do that with us, but we're happy to talk to you.
I will say when the stone went up, which now I'm starting to like it. I didn't like it at first. And then Chris looked at me. He's like, we're not taking this down. And I said, well, I got to trust the process. And so, but again, I can't wait for the inside to start because they say that's where the magic happens.
That's where it comes together. You start throwing colors on the wall and.
Yeah. And I do hope between working with you guys and some other folks, I feel like it has been a really smooth transition.
Good.
I will say that one thing when you work with local people as a homeowner, it's really nice working with local people that just shoot you straight and they're transparent and informative, and that's what I'm all about because don't try to gaslight me and say this over here, which I feel like sometimes big box companies do that.
They can.
Be like, oh, this is the better one over here. And then the other thing I always like is you can send anything. Like I send something to Reece, I'll be like, what color is this?
Yeah.
And he's like, I know exactly what it is. So it's a reassuring thing and it makes the house process a lot smoother for me anyways. But if you guys ever have any questions about weekend warrior projects or, if you're a contractor out there and you have questions, or I will say this, if you're a future homeowner and you get somebody who ever contracts your home, you need to tell them where to buy your products. I always say, don't always rely on, what the contractor knows what's best. If you live, I always say when you shop local, because I'm really big on that, tell your contractors, tell your landscapers, I want my products from here.
Yeah.
Whether that's Supreme, because I say that because I found out the other day, somebody that was doing landscaping at their home that's close by us told her landscaper, I want you to buy products at Randall Walker Farms.
Yeah.
And so all the trees were done from there because, you
and
want
it's
the best.
great because just like you said, if I buy my blueberry bushes from Chris and I say, hey, Chris, I know it's been a year or whatever, but something happened to my bush, chances are he's probably going to replace it.
Yeah. Or he's going to know what happened.
Or he's going to know what happened. Hey, it's not getting enough this. Check your soil. What's happened to it? I mean,
because it's their product.
It's not just lumber and building material or house building. It's bushes. It's landscaping.
Yeah.
That's a big deal that you can call somebody. That's just like I called Chris was in the store one day and I said, hey, help me out on putting some new stuff up here at the front. He didn't have to do that, but he said, let me draw it out for you. He took the time. He's not getting paid to draw it out. He just wanted to do that to make it look nice and inviting for the landscaping. So that to me that's worth a lot because he said, now when you want to put it in, I said, I don't know. I guess next you need to water it. I said, I can't water. He said, well, you don't put it in there. And I said, he could have easily said, hey, just put it in.
And then all of it died.
Give me your money. And then all of a sudden in July or August when it hadn't rained for 90 days, it's dead. And he said, well, you should have watered it. And I said, well, you didn't tell me, which I know to water it, but you didn't tell me that. Yeah. So he said, let's just wait till the fall.
Yeah.
When it's cooler, and that way let the roots get established. That way they will not be so temperamental.
You can't, and I'll say this to that for anybody that's just tuning in. You can plant anytime you want to. It's just every time's different of how you take care of it. Yep. And that when you hear nurserymen say this too, the best time for planting is in the fall.
You see those signs of banners, fall is for planting.
Yes, it is. And so, but if you do want to plant now, you can, but it's going to cost, I feel like at the end, a lot more money and a lot more of your time.
More labor.
Yeah. And you got to think to yourself, do I have time for that?
Right.
So, but we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to talk about McMinnville special games and a couple of other things that are going on this week. But remember, Warren County, Keep it first.
My dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Everybody say batteries.
Later.
Bye. We'll talk before I leave.
Yep.
With that, guys, welcome back to Warren First 39. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Currently in downtown McMinnville. We are at 65 degrees. We went down another degree. Don't forget that we do have a 55% chance of showers today at 5 o'clock. But for the rest of the day, it's going to be in the mid or high 60s. But today's high it's going to cap hopefully at 70 degrees. And Saturday, it's sunny skies. So enjoy your Saturday weather as we get into the weekend and have fun. I don't see, now this just popped up on Sunday. It's saying there is a 35% chance of thunderstorms and showers as well. And then everybody brace yourself. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week, it's saying 50 to 60% chance of rain next week. Again, I'm just like you guys. I do not like the rain, but I know there is a reason for it. And I'm sorry for all my... Yeah, we've already hit the 1 hour. That's fine. That is fine. I'm going to end it. If you were watching us on Instagram, It only lets you now they have new set rules. You only can do an hour of a show, and we're longer than an hour, obviously. But going back to the weather and the rain, and I want to say thanks again to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsor. Visibility is very important when rain is coming down, and I cannot stress this enough. They got deals going on for the month of May as well through the month of June. So these deals are going on right now. You can get $15 for these Rain-X blades. They're the best blades. I'm telling you, best blades in town. Check them out at Napa of McMinnville. And on top of that, make sure you get the Rain-X water repellent wash that goes on all your windows. It's like magic in a bottle. It's the best way to explain it. Everybody that uses it, I use it. It's just phenomenal. And it is hard to see in the rain a lot of the times. And when you have the right windshield blades with the formula, you're going to be absolutely fine. So check out Napa of McMinnville this week, as again, we're gearing up for another 3 to 4 days straight next week on rain coming our way. Another group I want to take a little shout out with is, of course, Zach and Tyler. They own T&Z Rental and Removal. If you have not heard of them, give them a call at 743-9079. They do junk removal, trailer rentals, property cleanouts. That's for commercial and residential. You can call them at 743-9079 or 224-8593. And you can also find them on Facebook. So make sure, I can see this. But with that said, I get so many calls. But check them out. They're another one of our amazing sponsors here at Warren First 931. I also want to give another shout out, love, if you're just now tuning in with us. Phyllis Prater was a mover and a shaker in this community. And just this past year, or this year, I should say, there was a Phyllis Prater scholarship that was introduced at the Warren County High School Awards Program. And so the money that is raised at the Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off is going to that scholarship. And so if you you love making steaks, wings, or ribs, they're doing a contest for all of these things. It's going to be at Prater's Barbecue in McMinnville on June the 14th. It all starts at 10 a.m. You can contact Gary Prater at 204-578-66 or Brad Hillis at 212-5800. So make sure you check that out. And then going back, McMinnville Special Games. They are doing a food drive. They are in need of your help. All non-perishable food items can be dropped off at the following locations. First National Bank at the 200 East Main Street. McMinnville Drug Center is at 1500 Sparta Street. That's just past the 3-Star Mall. Regions Bank is 1035 Smithville Highway. McBride Bookkeeping is at 219 North Chancery Street. And, of course, at the McMinnville Enrichment Center at 225 Garfield Street. Now, if you have any questions about the McMinnville Special Games Food Drive or be a volunteer, we have had them on the show, take some time out to, do some community service with them, or just if you're a mom or dad out there that has a kid that has the biggest heart in the world, like my son Walker, take an hour of your time and go out there and just help them out, be a part of it. But you can call them for questions at 931-808-8816. We already talked about the May 31st showing at Catwalker Field. And of course, I wanted to talk about this. I cannot believe it, but it's the 71st annual Warren County A&L Fair, and it is going to be right around the corner. They posted this a couple days ago. If you or a business wants to be a part of one of the biggest events in Middle Tennessee, and that's the truth, it's not just Warren County, in Middle Tennessee, sponsorship programs is a great way to do that. And if you haven't received your sponsorship application in the mail because you were a previous one and would like to be a part of this event, the application will be posted in the comment section of this post. So again, they just shared this a couple of days ago, and I just want you guys to be aware of it. Thanks to Regan. He does a phenomenal job as the president of the Warren County A&L Fair. If you guys want any information, go to the Warren County A&L Facebook page. You can click it on ours. It'll go straight there, find in the comments the application, and fill it out. I always say the sooner the better. And if you're out there and you want a spot, a building, or whatever the case may be, last I heard it, like last year or the year before last, there's a waiting list, and you can be put on that waiting list because if a vendor or somebody decides to back out, that gives you the opportunity to get in, as well as I do believe they let the list be visible to people that don't want to lose their spot, but they can subcontract it. So again, just simple, easy ways. Let's see. Congrats is in order to our Warren County's own Dr. Jana McLean. As each semester, this was posted by MTSU College of Education. We shared this. As Students Affairs carries on a long-standing tradition, inviting graduating students to submit someone who has made a significant impact on their college experience. A big yay to the facility and the staff who were a part of the hashtag difference makers in the lives of so many of our May College of Education graduates. And that was Dr. Jana McLean was one of them that was made on there. So shout out to her. Let's see. And again, as I'm going through this, guys, I'm seeing all the videos. If you want to stay in, and I know I keep going like ping ponging it back and forth. But if you want to stay involved in your local government, me and Vanessa tapped on it a little bit yesterday. You are always welcome to go to these meetings as well. They are open to the public, and I'm going to pull up the website right now because I want to make sure I give you the right dates that are coming up next week because there is a lot of them. So on June the 2nd, which is a Monday, there is going to be 2 meetings held on that day with our county commissioners. The first one is the County Corrections Partnership Committee will be meeting at 3:30 at the Warren County Jail Training Room is where they're going to be meeting. And they're going to be talking about, it says, jail population update. They're going to discuss the flock report, the radio report. They're also going to discuss the jail maintenance and the jail education. They're going to be discussing any other building issues that they may be having. Also, like I said, these are open to the public. Then they're going to open it up to anybody there and say any public comment can be made. Then they're going to talk about other businesses that may come up before the committee adjourns. But that's going to be Monday, June the 2nd at 3:30, and it's going to be at the jail meeting room. Also going on next Monday is Warren County Memorial Airport Committee meeting. That is at 6 o'clock. It's going to be, I do believe that they hold those at the airport. I'm not sure. I'm going to get more information on that one. And the Warren County Memorial Airport meeting, as well as the County Correctional meeting, they always meet every month on the first Monday. Okay. But the correctionals meet at 3:30. And then the Warren County Memorial Airport meets at 6 p.m. They are going to be talking about, here it is. It says they're going to meet on Monday at 6 p.m. at the airport conference room, which is located at 48 West Airport Road in McMinnville. And the agenda, which I'm telling you, by far, always to me, have the best agenda. They're going to approve the minutes from the last meeting, talk about old business, which includes airport layout plan, the airport land lease development plan. They're going to review the runway 05 obstacle clearance project. They're going to be talking about the maintenance building. They're also going to be discussing the 2-tiered rate schedule, and they're going to charge for a waiting list policy. And then the director's report will be the monthly sales update on projects and activities, and then followed by new business, which will be the obstacles on RWI 23 approach and any other business to come before the commission. And of course, this is all on June the 2nd at 6 p.m. located at the airport conference room. And if you're like, Kelly, where are you getting all this information? I can't stress this enough. Hopefully I can show y'all. This is like the calendar on Warren County TN.gov's website. Okay. You can go on it. It shows you on the left-hand side in big bold letters what it is. Now, on June the 3rd, there is going to be a financial management committee meeting and a budget and finance joint meeting with the financial management, which I love those joint ones. So, and that's all, if I remember correctly, on Tuesday, it's at 6:00, and it's going to be held at the administrative building in the conference room, which that's most of where the videos you see when we're in the building there. They are going to go over, let's see here. They're going to review the amendment 5 through 7. They're going to award a beef bid for food services. They're going to award a produce bid for food services. They're going to review the budget amendments and transfers. They're also going to talk about the surplus property approval and dismissal, if there's any at all. Then they're going to ask for public comment and go from there. And then on the financial, the budget and finance, because it is joint. Hold on a second. Let me get a drink of my water. And again, if you haven't got your Sonic drink today, you need to. I always start my day with Sonic. Now, the joint meeting, which of course this is all going to be in the same room at the same time, but once the financial management gets done, then budget and finance steps in, and they're going to be going over a lot more things, and that's going to start around 6:30 in the conference room. They're going to talk about to consider updated other admin of justice budget. They're considered the updated property assessor's budget. They're going to talk about the raise distribution update, the review for the Warren County Schools budget. They're going to review the cafeteria budget, review the consolidated budget. They're going to review the amendment GP 5 through 7. They're going to review budget amendments and transfers, the surplus, the same, similar to what they all do. And then, of course, after that, adjourn. Now, if you can't make it to any of these meetings, because it is open to the public, I say this over and over and over and over, you are welcome to watch it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. Now, that is when I am there. If Vanessa is there or one of my other CIs, my little helpers are there, it's just going to be on Facebook only. But after it's done on Facebook, because I do get to watch it from where I was, like yesterday, I got to watch the economic and agricultural meeting. I will say this. I go back on there and then I put it on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and Audible, which is just the audio of it, which a lot of people say they can hear that better than the video feed at times. And so, because you have 5 options of watching it live as it is played out. And then after it's done, you got 4 options to listen to it, the audio version. And we know this is helping people in the community. We've already had a great outpour of support doing these. And I will say, somebody did ask me yesterday, they're like, well, why don't you go to any of the city ones yet? I'm trying to get I'll be honest, I'm trying to get my feet wet with the county stuff first, and then I'll be migrating to city stuff. But one good thing that I do love about our mayor and aldermen is all those meetings, 9 times out of 10, are being broadcasted live. I mean, you can go on the city government page and you can go back and watch all the videos of what is going on, because that's the best thing to do. But if you're out there watching this and you're like, well, I don't know who our county commissioners are, I don't know what their subcommittees are, and then that also includes with our city mayor and aldermen and their subcommittees. Last week's newspaper and this week's newspaper posted their positions and the subcommittees. In next week's newspaper, we're going to focus on the judicial side of things. Hopefully I said that right. And I want to thank my friends that are part of that, to get me more. I think that's a great thing, because with the elections in 2026, we need to know who's running, who's not running, whose position's up for grabs, things like that. Because I do know, after talking with Susie yesterday, she mentioned about there is like a deadline for the turn-in if you want to be put on the ballot for for 2026. But for example, we are going to talk about in next week's issue the judiciary, the DA, the public defender's office, things like that. And then also too, if I have space for it, we're also going to be talking about the Morrison city government, the Viola government, and the Centertown government. Because a lot of people... Okay. That is fine. Sorry, I got it. Text is coming through. But a lot of people we're going to talk about is that. And I want people to know that we have local government all around us, not just here in the Warren County community or in the McMinnville, I should say, community. We have it in the Viola, Centertown, in the Morrison area. And I think when we all can get together and we all can like talk together and know what is going on everywhere, I think transparency is key. Even watching last night's committee meeting with the economic and agricultural group, there was things that were said that, oh, this is the first time this mentioned to us, things like that. And by doing these videos and going live at this, I hope this helps out board members, committee or county commissioner members, local government officials, if you can't be there for whatever reason, because you can't make it to every meeting. I understand that. But going back and watching these videos, I hope that helps so we all can be transparent, informed, and educated. I really do. That's my end game. So with that said, be looking in next week's, because of course this week's we focused on the board of mayor and aldermen, which there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that make that up. And of course, Ryle Chastain is our mayor here in McMinnville, in the city of McMinnville, and our vice mayor is if it won't even let me do it now. See, I don't know about y'all. I just hate when we get updates. It takes like 2 or 3 days for my phone to like come back from its dizzy spell. But of course, our vice mayor and alderman is Steve Harvey. And what I've done here, which I did enjoy, and I was going to say this with our county commissioners as well, is they actually put their year of their term, like how much they're running. So of course, with Ryle running this last election and no one was running against him, he got his 4-year term. So he's got from 2024 to 2028. Now, fun fact, Steve Harvey, he's our vice mayor currently right now, and alderman. His term ends in 2026. So he's going to have to make a decision. Am I going to run again or am I not going to run again? And Carrie Morton, that alderman position's up for grabs. Deidre Dunlap up for grabs. The only ones that are not, other than Ryle Chastain, is of course Rachel Kirby, Kara Youngblood, and Sally Brock, because they were in this last one. And so, just to give you a little heads up on that. But I think it'd be really good. And thank you, Stacy Hart, for saying that. She goes, love the videos of the county and city meetings. Thank you for making it available to everyone. We just cover the county ones. We haven't done city. I would love to do city eventually. But right now I'm just trying to focus on one, because we do get those city videos courtesy of the city government page. But yeah, so I think it'd be just so great. I always say this because I'm going to be 41 next month. And I just think to myself, like, I wish I got into government a lot sooner than later. But I'm like a fine wine. It comes when it needs to. But if you have a child out there, or if you're a young adult that doesn't completely understand how government works, or you're, like we said this yesterday, you're afraid to get involved in it, don't be afraid. I'm still afraid. I learn something new each and every day that I go to these meetings. And the other thing I like about going to these meetings is once the meetings are done, and if I have a question, I go and I ask them about it. And it makes me feel very comfortable that I can ask them as I go through, and they've not made me once feel stupid for asking them certain questions. They give me all the information. And one thing I do know is that I'm hoping this helps open the eyes of other people in the community that want to get to know more about our local government, because if you know, I mean, it's your taxpayer. At the end of the day, if you are out there listening and you are paying your taxes, don't you want to know where your taxpayer dollars go? Just saying. Just saying. Let me see. I think that is it for today. I want to just double check a couple of things before. Yep, we're good. We're good. With that said, guys, it has been a blast. I hope each and every one of you have a safe weekend. We're going to end in a word of prayer this morning. And I'm just going to, open it up to anybody right now. If you want to message me real quick, we can, or I got my list I can get out. I think actually we accidentally left it in my car. I did. But if you would bow your heads with me as we go to the Lord in prayer to have an amazing weekend. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you've given us. Please be with us throughout the weekend and the week as we travel and do our things, God. Please be with all the unspoken prayers. There's so many people that are going through some heartaches, some tragedies, and some challenges in their life right now that they just never expected to do so. Please be in prayer with those folks that need your guidance. They need your peace. They need your comfort right now because it's like I told somebody the other day, God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. And I feel like that this prayer goes to them that, give them the confidence and the reassurance and the peace of mind that they need to go on with their everyday life, God, because that's one thing we do not need to stop living. Please be with everybody that watched the show today. Please be with the teachers that were on our show today, that Orchard Grove can be the best that it can possibly be, God, because without you, it can't be anything, honestly. But with that said, take care. God bless. And please also to be with everybody here in our Warren County and surrounding county communities that need prayers right now, God. In your name, amen. All right, guys. Take care. I love each and every one of you that's watched this show. If you ever need a friend, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on or a hand to hold, we are here for you. I promise you that. That's why I started doing this show, not just to be informative, educational, and transparent, but I am the voice that you need. Don't forget to sign up with our Warren First Text Club. Text the keyword, text the keyword, Warren at Warren 931 to 81010. That's going to hook you up with our Remind app, friends. Also, don't forget, subscribe to a free digital subscription to your local voice newspaper by texting the keyword 931-305-0869 and your email. And you can get that digital subscription for free delivered to you every Monday morning. But if you like a hard copy, there are several places to choose from. Everything as far as down to the 3-Star Mall and McMinnville Drug Center to all the way down to Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. I have shops at every location I know to man. And so get them while you can. They are ever so growing. And I do ask this, if you are out there and you're getting a hard copy, please, 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 if you want to donate $2 to the cause when you get that paper, please do so, or donate whatever you want at this point, because going from a newsletter to a newspaper is costly. It costs extra, and I don't want to stop that. So I'm begging for support in that as we are ever so growing. It started out at 110 copies a week with the newspaper, and now we're at 150 copies, which is ever so great. And I know next week I've already been asked to do more. So again, as we grow, I just ask you to help me as well. And there is a Venmo code, QR code on the top right-hand corner of the newspaper. You just scan that QR code and donate your $2 and put it, for the local voice, Warren First, or the newspaper. So I know that it is going towards that. But other than that, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And let me tell you, enjoy your life. This is your story. It is your narrative. So wake up every morning and do something Make something happen. Be the change. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.